night we're mobbing the Fuso, but today we're seeing what my mom thinks of the Fuso.
It's really high up here.
As
but I've driven in an NPR before to another country.
Yeah, so the Isuzu NPR, oh, I guess I gotta put my seatbelt on. You're correct, is a very similar platform to the Mitsubishi Fuso. Most of those are two-wheel drive. This being four-wheel drive is a lot higher, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty high up here, huh?
Super high up. There we go.
Turn the AC on. Yep. Close my door. So we're taking the Fuso out to the property today. My mom wanted to ride with my dad.
I still don't actually own this vehicle yet. Happy's just letting me take it out, make sure that it's the right thing for me. But I think this is gonna be the final tests.
Yeah, this is the first time taking it out there. I haven't taken a rig like this up hills like we got to go to get to the place. I expressed to them, like, a big reason I wanted to do this trip was just to make sure that the Fuso can make it up there easy. So they're like, oh, what if it doesn't make it? I'm like, no, it'll make it. I just want to make sure. And if it doesn't, it's got a worn 16,500 pound winch in the front. We'll be good. But yeah, it feels pretty good. We're cruising a solid 20, 25, up to 30 on this fairly smooth fire road. So far, so good. Let's see what happens when we hit the real hills. Steering wheel is so flat and you're so high up, and the flat windshield and no hood to look over. It really is a different driving experience. And then all that coupled with sitting right over the front tires is just cool. It's a different challenge. So going this slow like in my Jeep would just be annoying, but going this slow in this is like, woohoo, it's like a big adventure. So it's kind of neat in that sense. All right, this thing's actually pretty impressive at speed. I say at speed, we're going 25, almost 30, but it's smooth, it's chill. It's a very tall camper. It's almost 11 feet tall. You'd think it would just be like swaying all over the place. No, solid as a rock, which is mind-blowing. It bounces a lot. It's got suspension seats, so. All right, we're almost at the big steep hill climb. What do you think?
Well, how did you pull that off?
Turns out you got to put your foot down a little more. Made it to the top of the place. Well, we made it up easy peasy. This thing's heavy, so you need to keep momentum is the #1 thing. Going down is actually almost gnarlier than going up. Being over the front tires, I feel like I'm like just so leaned over. What do you think, Codes? Definitely got to go way slow, and it's a lot bouncier than the Jeep, but it's really fun. Like on a road like this, the Jeep is just easy to drive. But this like takes a little bit more skill. A little bit more. Yeah, that's an insane. So we're camped right here with the Fuso right now, not level. It was a terrible sleep last night. This is the entry to my place, and this has got to really be chopped out. My Jeep barely fits underneath this, and I've actually mobbed it through this pretty fast for how tight it is. Trim up this. I don't know, I don't want to just make enough room for the Fuso to fit. I want to make more than enough room. That was a good one. Have fun on your wall. See you later, she says. My mom and dad are building a little decorative kind of wall at the entryway. So. Let's dip on into my place where I've now cleared some big old trees. Yeah.
Okay. Getting in position.
That's plenty big now. Oh, this trail's awesome. Thanks for filming. See you later. Okay, see you back at your place. All right, this is where I had my tent set up, my Kodiak canvas tent with the wood stove, and yeah, I had the Gladiator here many a times, the James Brood tents under there, and now we've got the Fuso here, and this is a real home. I didn't need to build a cabin here. I just needed the cabin on wheels. Wow. Quite the hike up in there. I just hit my head. What do you think, Codes? A little bit different than the Jeep, but you've always got the bed. She can go back and chill in the bed. That's one of the coolest things. Yeah, I gotta go a lot slower in this thing than the Jeep, obviously. Boom, like we're barely moving it. Oh, shoot. Stay away from that. I just pushed my mirror in completely that bush. Anyways, we gotta go a lot slower, as you can tell, and pay a little more attention than when driving the Jeep. It's really fun and wheeling this big rig. It feels like a bus up here. It honestly drives really smooth. Yeah, I'm keeping up with my dad in the Suburban right now. And then even on corners and stuff, this thing looks super, like, look at that. Woo! Thing looks super tall, and it is. It does not feel it. From this seat right here, baby, that driver's seat, it does not feel, it just doesn't feel tall at all, let alone like 11 feet. So the ultimate with this would be a 12 valve Cummins swap with an Allison transmission. After talking to Happy, that's what he was thinking of doing. My buddy Jeremy, who owns the Road Trek, talked to him a couple nights ago, and he was like, dude, that's what you gotta do. Tons of power, be able to pull 80 miles an hour down the highway, up hills, no problem. And even tow a trailer, like tow a side-by-side. I think this would be the ultimate full-time rig on the road for my kind of lifestyle, towing a side-by-side. So anyways, stoked with how quick it boogies along, and you gotta go really slow in the rough stuff, but you get a good stretch of road and she does real nice.
Well, the Fuso made it to the property, so now it's just a matter of figuring out logistics and making that final decision. Comment what you thought of this one and the Fuso. We'll see you on the next one. The only question is, are you down to my big old cab over truck camper?